as we hand you over to our match commentary team, Gordon Smith and Rob McLean.
Thanks, Dougie. All the ingredients for a memorable match this afternoon. Two of Scottish football's form teams. Kilmarnock, who are 12 games now unbeaten after losing 3 of their first 4 of the season. What a recovery that's been. And Celtic's record even more impressive. This coming up their 21st game of the season. And of the 20 under Martin O'Neill so far, they've lost only once. And that was in Helsinki. And of course they progressed through that UEFA Cup round to the stage they're at now. They play Bordeaux in another big match you can see live on the BBC. That's on Thursday night. So Gordon, two teams at the moment feeling good about themselves.
Obviously playing very well. Kilmarnock, coming off the back of the result at Ibrox last week, and then managing to beat Hibs, who are above them in the league and going great. They've got to be buoyed up with that. There will be a big miss though with Gary Hay out injured, I think.
Gary Holt,
sorry.
Yeah.
He does a fantastic job for them. He gets up and down. He scored that vital goal at Ibrox last week. But Celtic, no surprise to me, they made all the changes from midweek. They gave all the youngsters a game, Rob, but when it comes down to the league, he wants to maintain that lead, increase it over Hibs and then Rangers below them as well, who are obviously going to keep chasing, and they want to keep the line-up back to the normal standards.
Let's just remind ourselves, pre-kick-off of the teams, one change for Kilmarnock from the team which beat Rangers and Hibs. That's 20-year-old Jamie Fowler in for Gary Holt. And Gordon, let's see how they're going to line up.
Well, normal lines, 4-4-2, definitely. I think that Fowler will just come in the right-hand side in place of Holt. He'll get up and down, he's sharp little player, and he's got Cocard and McLaren up front. McLaren will be playing and Cocard against the back 3 of Celtic. Interesting to see who will actually pick him up, because McLaren floats about. Well,
only one change then in that Kilmarnock side, but plenty of changes in this Celtic lineup. 6 changes from the team which beat Hearts 5-2 in the League Cup after extra time in midweek. Out to go Reset, Craney, Healy, Moravchik, Johnson and Smith. And in come an impressive half-dozen: Boyd, Mialby, Peta, Petrov, Lambert, and the man who's missed the last 3 games, Chris Sutton.
Well, that's where Celtic get the real benefit, isn't it? Being able to bring in players, still get through in the CIS Cup, and then be able to field a strong lineup, which is pretty fresh. McNamara gets the shout ahead of a gap on the right-hand side, which suggests to me that Celtic are going to keep it fairly tight in this game. They're giving Kilmarnock respect. They've got the normal 3-5-2. Lambert will just sit in the midfield, and up front Larson and Sutton restored as the main partnership.
So those are the teams, and the referee for Kilmarnock against Celtic is the very experienced figure of Willie Young. Can Kilmarnock, I wonder? Jamie Fowler will be looking forward to only his 2nd start of the season and only his 3rd start as a Kilmarnock player in his time here at Rugby Park. And Chris Sutton back in the lineup for Celtic, having missed the matches against Bordeaux, Motherwell and Hearts. So can Kilmarnock reproduce what they delivered at Ibrox last Saturday, which was a quite sensational performance and result? A 3-0 victory against Rangers, and you have to accept that Rangers are going through a slump, but for Kilmarnock it was a very impressive showing. A team high on confidence, and Bobby Williamson has them well drilled. Gus MacPherson, one of the vastly experienced players in this Kilmarnock lineup, and 100% is the least you get from him. Interception there by Paul Lambert, and rolled forward for Chris Sutton. McNamara scored in his last 2 games. That's unusual for him. Tangle early on involving Chris Sutton, and immediately the yellow card is shown. We haven't played 60 seconds yet, and that's a yellow card against Chris Sutton for the upraised boot against Ian Durrant, and that was dangerous.
Good decision with the referee. I think he was spot on there. I think it's a late challenge. He's lost possession of the ball. His touch wasn't great, and he's left his boot in there, and could have been quite a nasty one. You can see in the side of the foot. Even though it's so early in the game, I think Willie Young has to stamp down on that kind of challenge, and that's exactly what he's done.
And Gordon, the way Sutton plays, that's immediately him on a tightrope.
Yeah, he does, because he does put himself about. There's no doubt about that. He'll commit fouls before the end of this game, that's for sure, but he's got to be very careful now.
That's Paul Lambert, hooking it forwards towards Sutton. This time the free kick goes in his favour. It's against Chris Innes, and it's going to be a physical tussle up front. No great surprise there, but the boot was up from Innes that time, and it's a free kick in Sutton's favour. Up, Mjällby at the edge of the box, but it's Alan Mahood who flipped it away to safety. Now Innes. Cocard chasing, but Tom Boyd had a good start on him. Martin O'Neill reverting to what's been his first choice back three for much of the season. Boyd, Mjällby and Valharan, with Alan Stubbs sitting on the bench. That was a header well won by Thompson. Now Fowler. Good pass. Mitchell. Played that a little bit hurriedly, Ali Mitchell. Christoph Cocard was wanting that played to his feet, which he's saying to Ali Mitchell at the moment.
It was a good support and run by Mitchell to come right across there and look for the pass and Fowler, because he was struggling for options, and having put a good ball there, Cocard I think also did the right thing. There was no chance of running in behind there getting the ball played. He waited for Ali Mitchell just to roll it to him, but he tried to play what was quite a difficult pass and made a mess of it.
That's Cocard, did well. Ian Durrant, key figure at the heart of the midfield, as is Alan Mahood. These two have been combining very well for Kilmarnock. They were a big say in Kilmarnock's strong recent run. Marshall to MacPherson. That's for Cocard. Leaves it this time for Fowler. Now Cocard again, threatening against Petty. Inevitably doing the covering up at the back, Paul Lambert. That's Larsson. Laid off for Petrov. McNamara getting forwards. That was aimed at Larsson. That's good work. Again by Ali Mitchell. Andy McLaren. Haven't seen too much of him so far. Mjällby, long ball forward for Henrik Larsson. Good touch to get the ball under control. Laid off for Thompson. Petta's alongside him. Petta against MacPherson. Bobby Pettit getting beyond him. And trying to turn the ball back onto his right foot. Early ball in from Thompson. Off Sutton's head. Petrov. Good effort. And Marshall's fumbled it. Gordon Marshall survives there, but he could have been punished there. Having failed to get a good hold of it, and Chris Sutton's offside. But that was a serious flurry there in front of Kilmarnock goal, and Marshall's handling was suspect. Yeah, it was good play from Celtic in the end, and when they got the ball in the box, Petrov had the shot. It looked as if he had it covered quite easily, Gordon Marshall. Made a bit of a mess of it, tried to clear it away, and it just looked as if at first that Innes had gone in and just... He had a hold of the shit, I think, as he fell over Larsson, but you can hardly tell from the pictures whether in fact he had committed a foul. He's obviously trying to get his body in between them. When you look at that there, I don't think there's anything in it at all, and I think the referee was quite right to play on, although all the Celtic fans were looking for a penalty. That could have been costly from Marshall against Henrik Larsson, who was in for the rebound, and in Larsson you're talking about a player who scored 13 league goals this season in 13 league games. Phenomenal scoring record. It's a miscue from Ian Durrant. It lands back at the feet of Marshall. Cocard's header. Good challenge from Mjällby against McLaren. Corner kick conceded. There didn't seem to be an awful lot of pressure there on Tom Boyd. Tried to turn it back to Jonathan Gould, but got his angles wrong. And the first corner kick of the match is Kilmarnock's. 6 minutes gone. Dindeleux and Innes both making their way into the penalty box. In from Andy McLaren. Nobody there for Kilmarnock. And the long head of Mjällby flicks it clear. And launched over the touchline by Tom Boyd. Kilmarnock buoyed not just by the result against Rangers last weekend, but by an impressive League Cup win in midweek as well against on-form Hibs. Durrant's pass cut out by McNamara. It's a foul against the challenge on Petrov by Mitchell.
Yeah, I think there's almost 2 fouls in there as well. Look, that's a bad challenge as well, Ronnie Mitchell. I think if you're going to be consistent, that probably deserved a yellow card too.
Valhaden leaves it for Thompson. Sutton holding off Dindeleux. Bursting through Thompson! Just wide. Terrific run from the midfield from Alan Thompson. He linked up with Sutton, and he'll be disappointed that he didn't hit the target here.
Yeah, it was good play though. That's what happens. A striker who holds the ball up, flattens the back four, and that allows midfield players to make a run into little channels to the side, and that's exactly what happened here. Look how he just holds it. Thompson made the pass, but it's a great run. He's not tracked, which would be disappointing to Bobby Williamson, but he maybe should have hit the target there.
Underlined there the threat of Alan Thompson. Chris Sutton just left it to him as he sprinted through, and Bobby Williamson won't be at all happy that his midfield didn't cope with that little burst from Thompson. Durrant, 14 seasons at Ibrox, and he's been a big player for Kilmarnock in the last 2 or 3 years, as has Gordon Marshall, 2 experienced figures with Old Firm experience. Free kick against Dindeleux. Again, it's for the boot up against Sutton, and a set-piece opportunity here for Celtic. It's a chance to push Josef Valhaden up into the penalty box, and Johan Mjalby alongside Larsson and Sutton and Petta. And it comes from Thompson. It's too close to Gordon Marshall, although Chris Sutton wasn't too far away.
Yeah, Marshall read that well, because he really should have been a defender as well. Getting in along challenging with Sutton there, but that didn't happen, and Gordon Marshall had to read it and come out at Sutton's feet. Celtic have started this game well, Rob. I think that they've done their homework in Kilmarnock and actually playing the way Kilmarnock play against other teams, by going and pressing them, making sure that Killie don't get any time to settle the ball, as they haven't done so far in the game. There's a foul with Chris Sutton, not much in that, I don't think. A foul given, but Kilmarnock fans complaining. They'll do their best to try and get him another yellow card today, that's for sure. But I think Celtic have started the game very positively.
Chris Innes with the free kick, aimed at Andy McLaren, headed away by Mjalby. That's good play from Sutton, brave play as well. There's another dodgy challenge from Ali Mitchell. Sutton kept his eyes firmly on the ball, and again, Lambert for Bobby Petta. It's a foul by Gus MacPherson, and one wonders if Willie Young will be reaching into his pocket again. Awards though with Mitchell. I think his next one will certainly be a yellow card, but there was Gus MacPherson's foul and Bobby Petta. That was late. Yeah,
it was a late challenge. I think Bobby Petta made the most of it, made it look worse than what it was by throwing himself over like that. I don't like to see that from players, but certainly a foul. But Ali Mitchell need to be careful. He has got away with a couple of challenges so far that could easily have been bookable.
The ironic round of applause is for Willie Young giving a free kick against Chris Sutton.
I swear Chris Sutton would be careful. I mean, it's a number of fouls. It might not be bad fouls, these ones he's committing at the moment, but that's 2 or 3 just leaning into defender, just fouling it, trying to get an advantage. He's got a yellow card already, and just with the sheer persistency of these fouls, it could result in another one.
The one sure thing about Chris Sutton is that he won't go through a match unnoticed. Always at the centre of things, but he'll want to watch himself with a yellow card already against him. Sliced out of play by Mjalby. Alan Mahood. Ian Durrant. And now Freddie Dindeleux given away straight to Paul Lambert. Lambert in trouble now. Interception by McLaren. Good run by Cocard. Cross, and it's gone behind.
It was an untidy spell of play there from both sides, giving the ball away. It finally ended with Kilmarnock getting possession on the left-hand side. Good run to support by Hay, got beyond McLaren there, and as he get to the byline, the challenge was coming in from Mjalby. I think that just put him off slightly, because he knew he had to get his foot round the ball and whip it in with a bit of curl on it, and he put too much on it.
Dindeleux's header, a good one, finds Jamie Fowler. Running up ahead of him is Andy McLaren. He's drifted across from left to right. And the final ball is a disappointment. No one will be more disappointed than Andy McLaren. He's set such high standards for himself, and Scotland manager Craig Brown is one of the people watching this afternoon, and if he can turn in a good performance here, he might well find himself in the Scotland squad on Wednesday. And there it is, the Scotland manager. Obviously doesn't choose his company carefully. He's alongside Jim McSherry, the commercial manager here.
Jim will be offering him some good advice, you can be sure of that.
Whether he likes it or not. Paul Lambert. And from the back was Cocard. And it's going to be another yellow card. Second of the game, it's one each now. Yellow for Cocard. It was a little bit wild in from the back after Paul Lambert had touched the ball away.
Yeah, he's caught his ankle. Not a player who's associated with that sort of challenge at all. Looks as if it might be for a pretty physical game today, but certainly he caught Paul Lambert with a sore one there, and you know, there could have been another couple. That's the second yellow card. Could have seen maybe 3 or 4 already in this game, and Wally Young, who doesn't like to throw yellow cards around, I have to say nowadays, he's got to stamp down though on this, or else he could get out of hand.
Yellow for Cocard, who was a hero for Kilmarnock last weekend at Ibrox with the opening goal against Rangers after just 5 minutes. He's seen precious little first-team action this season. He's spent an awful lot of time on the bench. Martin O'Neill surveying the scene, 13 minutes gone, goalless. His team has started pretty well, he will feel, and they have a free kick, 25 yards out. Another infringement against the Kilmarnock defence, who are being pressured by Sutton.
Yes, it's a style of play, that aspect we're talking about here. It goes and leans against the defender right away, and then it's a fight to see who's going to win the header, rather than staying off them and trying to just run free and jump. He goes straight at the defender, and he makes it hard for them to get a clean header. He will commit a lot of fouls, but he'll get some as well, and this is an opportunity for Thompson to have a strike.
Yep, definite shooting opportunity here. Henrik Larsson involved in negotiations as well, but this is on the right side of the pitch for Alan Thompson. Here he comes, his left foot, the wall did its job, stood firm. Fowler trying to spark a counter-attack. That was Bobby Mitchell caught in possession by Bobby Petta and Petrov and Jackie McNamara. Another player will be watched by Craig Brown with interest this afternoon, McNamara. Yet another free kick. Freddie Dindeleux aiming at Andy McLaren, that's Mjallby. And Chris Sutton's header, offside given against Henrik Larsson.
He was very unlucky, Larsson. He knew exactly what he was doing there. He knew he had to sort of come back first and spin into that space rather than just run forward. You watch him here, he comes forward and tries to spin, not much in it, probably just half a yard off.
Dindeleux slipped as he struck the free kick. Well won, Paul Lambert. It's MacPherson. Long angled ball, but had time for Mjallby to intercept. Sutton's lay off from Larsson. It's a good challenge by Ali Mitchell. He's working hard in these opening stages for Kilmarnock at shutting down opportunities for Celtic. Offside against Cocard. The live games keep coming from BBC Scotland, and we'll see Celtic again on Thursday night in the second leg of their second round UEFA Cup tie against Bordeaux. 1-1 it was in France. Join us on Thursday night for that one, not to be missed. Still in Petrov and Jackie McNamara trying to find a way around the outside. Obstruction. And free kick given. Alan Thompson heads across to take it. Mialby and Valharan, both of whom scored at the weekend, last weekend against Motherwell. Head forward, it might have been 2 from Mialby. We had an electronic eye along the goal line. In from Thompson. And that was Valharan with half a chance in front of goal. Good delivery this, Gordon, from Thompson. Whipped in.
Yeah, it's a great ball. Very unlucky, just comes off his thigh.
At the other end, it's Cocard pressing. And it came off Tom Boyd. Ian Durrant. Jimmy Fowler. And Gus MacPherson. Knocked in towards the near post. 2 went for it for Celtic, Mialby and Valharan. Kept in by Peta. Kept in for Gus MacPherson. Andy McLaren. Mialby right at his back. Did well to lay that back for Fowler. Lost his footing there, McLaren, as he tried to get in behind Mialby. That's off Paul Lambert. And it was Peta who stopped it going behind for a corner kick. Throw in instead. MacPherson to take it. There's his view of the penalty box. Back to Gus MacPherson. Chased by Mitchell, who in turn is chased by McNamara. Here's Gary Hay, having a prolonged run in the Kilmarnock first team. He's lost possession in a key area. It's Thompson. Larson and Sutton up ahead of him. Good recovery from Hay. It was his initial mistake, but it was a cool header back to Marshall.
Yeah, Thompson looked left there, but Bobby Peta hadn't supported it, so he had to go and end up for the diagonal ball. Just to mention that Kilmarnock have changed their system since the start of the game. Obviously worried about Celtic an extra man, Rob. They moved Mitchell right into midfield, having 3 in there. Looks like they've pushed the 2 wide, young Fowler and also McLaren at one stage on the left hand side.
Possession lost there by Andy McLaren, and Celtic not able to make too much of it. Chris Innes signed from Stenhousemuir, and he and Dindeleux a big part at the moment of Kilmarnock's success story as well. A very solid pairing at the back.
It's flexible. It looks like it's the 2 wide. Fowler staying the right, but Cocard and McLaren have switched it, so they're flexible at who actually goes over to that far side to map. But definitely Mitchell has been pulled in to the centre of midfield alongside Durrant and Mahood from his normal position wide left.
Interesting little tactical battle this, isn't it?
I think they're a bit worried about Paul Lambert being a free player in there, because with the other 2 in that area, Mahood and Durrant picking up man for man with Thompson and Petrov, it does leave Paul Lambert spare all the time. I don't think they wanted to see that happen, and that's why Mitchell's come in there to just to make it 3 against 3.
Bobby Peta with the throw. Henrik Larsson making himself available. Ali Mitchell is first there. Not really the touch he was looking for. Scotland pair McNamara and Lambert. Now Petrov. He's got a free kick. Going against Ian Durrant here. Just clipped his ankles, I think.
I don't think it's deliberate though. I think he just caught him there as Petrov made a little bust past him. Just in his stride, he's going to cross him and clipped his ankle, but no, he's gone down and he's been impeded, so the free kick rightly given.
Another threat to Kilmarnock. In from Thompson, a flashing header from Chris Sutton. He didn't get over it, and it flew too high.
Yeah, you can already see worries for Kilmarnock in terms of set pieces, certainly with Thompson's delivery. 2 or 3 times already. They've had one where Marshall saved it, one Valharan off his thigh in that occasion there. A little flick required from Sutton. He's got in there first, but as I said, problems for Kilmarnock from those set pieces. Look as if they're finding great difficulty with the height that Celtic have on the side.
So engrossing first 21 minutes. Still no goals at Rugby Park. Ali Mitchell. Fowler. Durrant. The pass intercepted by Valharan. Durrant doing his best to win it back. It's Thompson. McNamara sprinting in the wide position. It was aimed instead for Larsson. And Dindeleux read it well. Another loose one from Durrant. Cut out by Melby. Melby again. Good play again from Dindeleux. Innes against Sutton, and Chris Innes did well. Good test of him this afternoon. Well won by Ian Durrant, determined stuff. Taken away from him by McNamara. Here's Sutton. Again Dindeleux intercepting. And Mitchell bursting clear of McNamara. He came up against a brick wall in Johan Mjalby. Now Hay looking for McLaren. That's Fowler. And doing the job of the wing back Bobby Petta, but that's good play from Fowler. Ian Durrant. MacPherson, McLaren wants it, and he's offside. Just strayed into an offside position as he tried to get in behind and get to the byline.
Yeah, I don't think he was.
He wasn't off.
No, I wondered at the time about it, but you can see exactly there. The ball's already played there, and he's onside, so mistake by the linesman.
He's being told so by Andy McLaren at the moment. Lambert, two of the players recalled this afternoon who were left out the League Cup tie at Tynecastle on Wednesday. Lambert. The drilled pass to Petta. Inside Fowler. Squared for Lambert, McNamara wants it wide. Larsson appealing for it to be played into the box. He has it now. Back from McNamara. The cross blocked by Gary Hay. McNamara looking for options. One of them was Petrov. Larsson. Jamie Fowler's header. Pass was heading for Petta. Jos Valhaden with the throw. What a good signing he's been. So this man for Sutton. Very firmly in Gus MacPherson, leaving no one in any doubt. Boyd for Sutton. Flattened by Chris Innes. Another free kick.
Yeah, I think he thought Sutton was going to head it. Sutton fooled him a bit there by just waiting and looking as if he was going to take it on his chest. And that meant that Innes' challenge became an illegal one, and another opportunity to throw in. Maybe in this sort of area I'd expect Larsson to try and have a shot.
Nearly 26 minutes gone. Another set piece for Kilmarnock to defend. And Henrik Larsson may well be the threatening figure here. Left by Thompson. It's Larsson, it's curling, it's dipping, and as well saved by Gordon Marshall. He watched that very closely.
Yeah, it's a good free kick. It's well struck inside the foot, but I'd have been surprised if it beaten Gordon Marshall. Not a lot of pace on it, didn't bounce high.
Good pass from Cocard. Fowler. Good challenge by Paul Lambert. Timed that so well. Fowler was looking to get beyond him and get to the byline. It's Thompson. That's Dindeleux. Header down though for Petrov. McNamara against Hay. Return pass from Lambert to Petrov. There's Chris Sutton. Saved by Marshall. Best chance of the match so far, and you might well have expected Chris Sutton to have buried this.
Yeah, that's a good piece of action. You have to put that down to a good save though. Maybe he could have got it a little bit nearer to the post, I think, or back across goal. Headed it maybe a little bit too near the keeper, but I have to say Gordon Marshall very sharp, getting down and getting it away.
Here's the corner kick from Jackie McNamara, touched away by Marshall. He looked to be off balance as he did so, and indeed the free kick has been given against the challenge on Marshall. He looked to be shoved out of the way as the ball was played in, and Willie Young agreed that was a free kick.
You have to say that it's Kilmarnock's home match, but I think Celtic have been in control for most of the game. They've been getting in behind us with the header again, and Gordon Marshall does really well to get down. A hard one to say, but Celtic have one in press. Kilmarnock made it hard for Killie to get their openings. One or two attacks have got managed to spring one player clear, but they haven't got any support to them because they're under a bit of pressure, and Celtic have done a good job in that midfield area.
Hooked on by McNamara for Larsson. Dindeleux trying to stay with him. Did so well to stretch out his leg and prod that away. Lambert slipped. Here's Durrant. Cocard in front of him. McLaren making an angled run. Not quite coming off for Kilmarnock as they go forward. A few passes being spilled. And we've yet to see the best of Andy McLaren, who really hasn't had a terrific service so far. Mahood. Kicking for touch was still in Petrov.
I mean, in general, the play's been pretty scrappy at times, and I think it's more to do with sides cancelling each other out in terms of pressing and closing down and making it hard to make passes. The ball has to move a bit quicker in midfield, open the game out. First time passing will be the order of the day to try and create a bit of space today. But you can just see that whenever the ball there, even from that throw-in, how the players have flooded that area.
Celtic looking today to put some pressure on Hibs because they're 3 points ahead at the moment. If Celtic can make it 6, then that just asks questions of Hibs at Dens Park tonight in a match you can hear, I should say, live on Radio Scotland. Yes, Valharan, good run. Finds Sutton. Terrific play from Valharan. And now Thompson. And Gordon Marshall plucks it to one-handed out of the air. Valharan had made the near post run, the cross went beyond him, and really for Celtic then the chance was gone.
Yeah, they're getting crosses into the box, and that makes Celtic very dangerous. They've got two players up front who are excellent in the air. They can get support from others as well, but in general the crossing that's coming into the box has been fairly good.
Possession given away by Paul Lambert's pass. MacPherson to Durrant. McLaren. Fowler to Mahood. Good challenge by Tom Boyd, which won it for Celtic. Petrov being a bit over elaborate. McLaren to Hay. Now Durrant. Mahood played first time for Fowler. And putting pressure on Jos Valharan. Forcing him to concede a corner kick.
Yeah, it's a type of ball really just to put them under pressure. It's just knocked in behind. It gives defenders a problem to have to go back towards their own goal. They don't want to play it back to the keeper from that position, so they end up having to just hook it away. Fowler's presence there just made Valharan hammer that into the stand, and Kilmarnock got a little pressure from the corner.
31 minutes played in from Andy McLaren. Ali Mitchell with the shot, took a deflection. Comes back out to McLaren. Touched that away from the sliding Thompson. McLaren again. This time it was the head of Petrov which got it clear for Celtic. Gary Hay, robbed by Henrik Larsson. Kamara, chested down by Sutton for Larsson. Headed away by Dindeleux, but only as far as Sutton. There's a good challenge from Gus MacPherson, which won it back for the home team. Dindeleu's pass asking a lot of Cocard. Free kick given.
Offside, I think. His flag was up there for offside, but got surprised. But it was a ball from Cocard. Not a lot from Dindeleux, I should say. Not a lot of support from him. Only player making a move really was Cocard, and that's Kilmarnock's problem so far in this game. I don't think they've supported one another enough, getting the ball into the front men and getting support from midfield and forcing Celtic back.
I think there's a worry on the touchline about Paul Lambert at the moment. Looks to be hobbling slightly, and that will be a big concern to Celtic with the UEFA Cup tie coming up in midweek against Bordeaux. He's not moving too freely, Paul Lambert, and Celtic will hope he can run that problem off. Mahood to McLaren. That's a foul by Thompson. Challenge on Durrant from the back, and it's a Kilmarnock free kick. Taken quickly by Durrant. Andy McLaren's layoff. Gary Hay gets a second chance. Flicked away by Petrov. Thompson, good pass, Bobby Pettit. Hasn't got forward too much in this match, hasn't been able to. Pass for Thompson again. Industrious stuff from Thompson, but lost it in the penalty box. Now Lambert. Wide to McNamara. Early ball in for Chris Sutton. Now Henrik Larsson! Good challenge by Gordon Marshall. Henrik Larsson must have seen the red blur coming towards him there as Marshall charged off his line.
Certainly was, just did enough to put him off there. I think Larsson was aware that he was about to be hit there, but it was a good move. I think they knew exactly what they were doing there. McNamara saw Sutton, and that's what the pass was chipped in for, just for Sutton to flick it on. Larsson made the run in behind him as he does so well, and it was just a little bit too far in front of him, or else he would have got there well before the keeper. But Marshall did enough to put him on.
Celtic come again with Pettit. MacPherson immediately in front of him. Fowler there too. Sticking very close to him is Gus MacPherson. Laid back for Thompson. Spectacularly away by Innes. Not one of Thompson's better crosses, that one. Haran's throw. Away by MacPherson. Thompson wins it against Fowler. Jamie Fowler's lost it again. Petrov for Sutton. Almost through, and there's a cool head in front of goal. Freddie Dindeleux. All that was missing was the cigar there as he put his foot in the ball and just stroked it away. Lambert's still not moving too well. Pettit in possession, not now. Fowler's won it. Mitchell to MacPherson. Early ball down the line for Cocard. Tom Boyd's challenge. Didn't get a lot of the ball. Cocard has it back. Good challenge by Pettit. Won it well against Durrant. But Durrant's got it back. Hammered out of play by Petrov. But Bobby Williamson will be pleased with the determination being shown by his players, particularly there, Durrant. Cocard, deft little touch for Fowler, but the cross was always heading for Jonathan Gould. Launched downfield for Sutton off the back of Dindeleux, and Gary Hay back to Gordon Marshall. too many great goal-scoring chances coming around.
No, the football's still a bit scrappy. I think that Kilmarnock putting an extra man in midfield 3 against 3 was the right thing to do. It just stopped Celtic having a bit of domination in there, but Celtic still getting the ball into wide areas from time to time, and you just feel that one of these crosses, one of these times, is going to result in them getting a clear-cut chance. I know Marshall Ready had a good save from Sutton, but Larsson, you can never ever discount him from those sort of situations.
Henrik Larsson, who this season already has scored 17 goals. As I said earlier, 13 of them in the league, and one of his goals was against Kilmarnock in the corresponding match at Celtic Park back in August. It's the Belgian international Yusuf Al-Haddam to throw down the line for Larsson. Maybe he's missing his dreadlocks, couldn't quite get any contact there.
Sometimes you just have to see who he is at times on the far side of the pitch, and you don't recognise him as easily as he was before. Just wondering, Celtic warming up a gap. I just wonder whether it is Paul Lambert who might have to come off. I think they would then push Jackie McNamara into that area and put a gap on wide if it is Paul Lambert who is in fact injured and can't continue.
And there's Paul Lambert down on the ground now. The decision taken for Celtic. 2 Celtic players down, Tom Boyd as well. This is a big worry, isn't it, for Celtic, with a lot of big matches coming up, and more so than Thursday night in the UEFA Cup. And they will want Paul Lambert for that match. He did such a terrific job in France against Christophe Dugarry, the Bordeaux danger man, and this was really the final straw for Lambert. He's been toiling for a while, and he's stretched out for that, and enough's enough by the looks of it, Gordon.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was something they were toiling with anyway, they were thinking about, because Agat had been warming up, and I think they'll move Jackie McNamara into the midfield, centre of midfield, I think, and they'll take Paul Lambert off. Tom Boyd's just nipped off, I think, for some treatment, because but he'll be waiting for the referee to give him the signal to come back on. But it is a worry for Celtic for Paul Lambert. He has the extra day, obviously, with the game on Thursday to get himself fit. Ironically injured by a Frenchman in this game as well, Rob. So Cocard's doing his countrymen a favour there.
So it's Didier Agat who will come on. Very impressive he's been in his few outings so far for Celtic since joining after his brief spell with Hibs. An adaptable player, Agat, who can fill a number of roles. But it looks as if he will play
I don't think Tom
wide
Boyd
side of the midfield area.
I don't think Tom Boyd can come on yet. I think he has to wait until the situation with the free kick. He's got to wait until the play starts, I think, before he can come on. Not happy with the situation. It is a bit ludicrous at times at the start of the game here, and then Willie Young can wave him on. We'll see that happen now.
Still waiting, Boyd. Now he's on. Yalby. Larsson, Sutton got a touch. Just Sutton there moving a bit gingerly as well, but Celtic will hope he's okay. That's Mahood. Cocard. Left it to Durrant, whipped in for Andy McLaren. Got his head to it, but couldn't hit the target. Impressive player he's been for Kilmarnock this season, Gordon, Freddie Dindeleux.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, came into the side, obviously, and you know, at first they found it hard to get a game, but this season been very, very consistent. And even young Chris Innes gone in there and stayed in the side when guys like McGowan, even Baker there can't get a game at Kilmarnock, so the squad's pretty strong.
Gets MacPherson's cross, out comes Jonathan Gould, grabbed it, then lost it, and then grabbed it again. The challenge was Andy McLaren's. It was certainly a full-blooded challenge on the goalkeeper. And Jonathan Gould did well to hold on to that.
Yeah, it was accidental challenge. I think McLaren's going for the header. Jonathan Gould's come over. It's at the very top of his leap there. You can see there just Clyde's with him. Came down pretty heavily, Jonathan Gould, but he kept his wits about him and picked the ball up, and McLaren came off us.
So we're inside the last 3 minutes of the first half. Still, these two can't be separated. What a transformation in the player, Bobby Petta. He looked as if he was in the wrong movie last season, but very much now part of Martin O'Neill's plans. Chris Innes, good header. Flicked out wide by Boyd for Agat. Nice little feint inside and then went outside Gary Hay. Chris Innes with a good defensive header. Flicked on by Durrant for Fowler. Trying to get away from Jos Valharen. Easier said than done. Good defending from Valharen. Not one to panic in those sort of situations. He looked to be beaten for a moment there, but he timed his intervention perfectly.
Yeah, he did the right thing, because Fowler's pacey. You can see there, not committing himself, just making sure he doesn't get beyond him, can't get the cross in, and eventually gets there to block it. Good work by the youngster as well to get the corner.
McLaren's corner kick. Dindeleux was waiting, flicked away from him. Mitchell in for Durrant. Good interception by Thompson. Wasted opportunity there for Stilian Petrov. Knocked it up ahead, and players in front of him were static.
You see players slipping a lot, Rob, and went on the pitch before the game, and it's firm, the pitch, and there's a lot of water just on top. It is very slippy. I'm surprised there hasn't been more chances created just by defenders falling over at inopportune times.
Andy McLaren. Good challenge again from Bobby Petta. Stood his ground and timed it so well to win it back. That's MacPherson. Gary Hay, a player who likes to get forwards, but he was being held back by Henrik Larsson. Fowler, nice little flick for Cocard. Good footwork from Christophe Cocard, and that's good defending from Johan Mjalvi. McNamara to Agat. Jackie McNamara again. My understanding is 2 minutes to be added on, and we've played 45. And that's a loose pass from McLaren.
Yeah, we hard to see whether either manager will be particularly happy with the first half performance. Probably Martin O'Neill will feel that his team were better, created the better chances. Bobby Williamson certainly nowhere near the level of performance that they gave last week against Rangers, but they are getting a harder game in this respect from Celtic. Celtic a lot tighter at the back than Rangers were in that game last week, and Cocard didn't get the advantage of the early goal. But fell from Fowler there, just chasing, and it's an interesting duel down this left-hand side between Petta and the Cocard two players they have there, which are Fowler and MacPherson, who's a very consistent fullback.
Living up to his surname there, Fowler. And Alan Thompson with a chance here to launch this into the box. We've played a minute of stoppage time. In towards Chris Sutton, gets his head to it, but tried to knock that across goal for either Larsson or Valharen. But the angle of the header meant that it was Marshall's. It's Petrov, as Larsson tries to get back on the side. McLaren's flick. Valharen to Thompson. Chris Innes reacted quickly. That was Mahood. Dindeleu's header away. Petrov against Mitchell as Celtic now wins. That's a half-time whistle. And you can't separate Kilmarnock and Celtic at half-time. 0-0.
Bobby, you happy with the show so far?
Yeah, not too disappointed at all. We've limited into chances, but we've not created much ourselves. Hopefully we can put our right second half.
Making any changes the second half?
Not at this moment in time.
Do you think Celtic are either? Thanks, Bobby.
Just Charles.
So, start of the second half then, still goalless. I wonder who's going to break the deadlock. Let's enjoy it with Gordon Smith and Rob McLean.
Thanks, Dougie. That's the second half underway, and Didier Agat was one first half change as replacement for the injured Paul Lambert. No more changes during the half-time interval. As Kilmarnock tried to dish out a treble dose of revenge, having lost 3 of the first 4 this season to Rangers, Hibs and Celtic. Now they've beaten 2 of those 3 in their last 2 games, Rangers and Hibs. And can they make it a hat-trick? It would certainly be a memorable victory if they can pull it off. But the first step they have to take is to start forcing Jonathan Gould into some action. He hasn't had a save to make in the first half, and well though Kilmarnock have contained Celtic and maybe imposed themselves on the game as it's gotten older, they still have to get through and get some shots on goal.
Yeah, they do. They've not done enough going forward at all. I mean, I know it only takes 1 goal, you win the game if they can keep it tight at the back, but they certainly haven't created enough chances at all. I don't remember Gould having a save to make from a shot.
Didier Agat is strong and he's quick, and that's cut back for Larsson, and now Sutton! Great save, Gordon Marshall. Right place, right time. That's a solid stop. Here's Petrov. A lively start to the second half. That's dangerous. It runs away from Larsson. Celtic want this played in quickly. It's Thompson. It's beyond Sutton this time. It's bouncing dangerously. Miss-hit from Petrov. Gets a second chance. Still here, Petrov. Brilliant again from Marshall. Corner kick. 2 terrific stops right at the start of the second half from the Kilmarnock keeper.
Well, he's in his corner today, isn't he, Gordon Marshall? I mean, once again, great save. But Petrov could easily have gone down there, actually. All credit to him for staying on his feet, because he took a little touch. Good run from Agat. Low, hard cross goal. Lovely little touch from Larsson. Look at that. Putting Sutton in there. Just reverse pass. Brilliant play. And Marshall getting away. It's got to give Kilmarnock a bit of inspiration. They must realise that unless they do something at the other end, it's only a matter of time before Celtic gets something in this game. They're hitting a lot of openings.
John Boyd taking route 1, knocked down by Chris Sutton, but don't get too excited because it's offside. Larsson had strayed off. That is the flag of Robert McKendry, the assistant on this side, and here's his view, and here as well. That was very marginal, wasn't it?
I don't think that's offside again. It's the second time he's got it wrong, so I hope his video's not running.
I bet Robert McKendry's glad we're here. So offside given, although those pictures tell you it wasn't. And Marshall with the free kick. And that's been a rip-roaring start to the second half from Celtic. 2 chances in a matter of seconds, and 2 superb saves from Gordon Marshall. The first time he just had to stand up, be big for the Chris Sutton effort, blocked it well. And the second save from Stilian Petrov was a stunner. He threw himself to his left, very quick reactions, because Petrov wasn't far away from him. That was a great save, good double stop, and it's still goalless. Competing for the ball fiercely, Alan Mahood.
Yeah, there's a lot of hard challenges in the game, fairly in most measures, but I have to say I wonder if it's because of the set piece or Celtic have changed the system about, because at the moment Agat's on the left-hand side and Petter's been pulled over to the other side. He's over on the right-hand side. I just wonder, after that great run from Agat, why switch him?
That's Petter. And that's Mjallby. Petrov, good touch. Good run from Chris Sutton, charging onto it, trying to turn that in from Mjallby. Chris Innes got in the way of it. Good play again from Sutton, and good defending from Innes. Petter. Hooked away by Mitchell and McLaren. That's for Cocard, but Tom Boyd saw it coming, read it well. Petter, Thompson, and Yusuf Al-Haddad. That's for Sutton. Gary Hay slipped. Played in early by Sutton, beyond Larsson, and that's MacPherson taking no chances. He sensed that Didier Agat was in behind him, and he had to deal with that there and then. Corner kick.
Yeah, good experience and good positioning as well. It was a terrific ball in from Sutton. I mean, he certainly whipped that into the back post, and MacPherson's got between Larsson and Agat and got away, but it definitely looks as if they have switched to the wing backs at the moment, although Petar's going out to the far side for this corner.
It's Dillian Petrov. Took a touch, it looked to be off the arm of Durrant, but he didn't know much about it. Valharan, Thompson, good hit, and deflected, which made it difficult for Gordon Marshall. He's having a fine game, just as well for Kilmarnock. He adjusted in midstream there and made a good save.
I think he got a bit of a break from the deflection, because I think it deflected actually towards him rather than away, because it was going wider than that, and it deflected towards the side he was diving on. So probably deserved a bit of luck today, Gordon Marshall, in terms of how he's played.
Gordon will be deciding man of the match later, and I don't think at the moment there will be too much doubt about it, but there's a lot of football to play in the second half. We've played only 5 minutes since the turnaround, and Kilmarnock trying to mount their first attack since the interval, but that's a goal kick.
I was quite surprised at Bobby saying that he was happy in the first half, considering how Kilmarnock have played recently, and I've seen them in a couple of those games. I just feel they were well below the standard they'd set in other games. I know Celtic have made it difficult for them, but you expect a bit more from Kilmarnock being the home side.
It's McLaren and Mahood. Johan Mjalby dominating in the air. Alan Thompson has had a good match, picks out Henrik Larsson. Larsson against Innes and MacPherson. Henrik Larsson still keeps possession, but he rolls that short from McNamara. Mitchell intercepted, then lost it. Here's Petrov, lining up the shot, still in Petrov, but he slipped at the moment of contact, and it trundled through towards Marshall. An awkward surface, quite a few players struggling to keep their footing. Cocard. He gets it back from Durrant, immediately closing down on Didier Agat. Look at how Celtic are pressing all the time, giving Kilmarnock no time on the ball, making it difficult for Kilmarnock to reproduce the sort of passing game they showed at Ibrox a week ago.
Yeah, I mean, that's playing Kilmarnock at their own game. Kilmarnock are very good at it, and you work hard enough. The good players working that hard and pressing, it normally works out well, but Celtic are doing that to them today, and that's probably why Celtic have had a measure of success this season in terms of the results. Here's
Cocard, fires the ball across, and Johan Mjalby cuts it out, 2 in the middle for Kilmarnock. Ali Mitchell was there, and Andy McLaren was there too at the far post, hoping that cutback would reach them from Cocard, but it was Mjalby who made the important intervention. Corner kick.
Yeah, it's the first real chance at Mjalby in perfect position, you have to say, just to get that away, splitting the two Kilmarnock forwards.
McLaren with the corner kick. Durrant. Andy McLaren again, stretching out was a gap to get the ball away. That kills a little bit of momentum for Kilmarnock. Back in from Durrant. Headed in by Innes. Looking for a corner kick, but last touch was off his head. Kilmarnock might just take a little bit of encouragement from that. Celtic having made a very impressive start to the second half. Mahood and Durrant. After you, Claude. And it's given away. Here comes Peta. Two Kilmarnock players collide, that helps Bobby Peta. It's not a good ball in, Innes away, it's not a good header. Thompson weaving his way through. Alan Thompson hits the deck, and there are players down all over the pitch.
It's Gus MacPherson, I think, just collided there. I'm not sure, it might have been Fowler, I think he collided with around Mahood, but certainly he's got a sore one, went down there.
And that was what let in Bobby Peta, and there was the collision as Alan Thompson tried to power his way into the penalty box. Not much malicious about it, I don't think. It looked fairly accidental, that clash with Mahood. But Thompson is a real threat. He's got pace and he's got power, and he's got dynamite in that left boot, and Kilmarnock really don't want him powering shots in on goal from that sort of range.
Now, Celtic have been getting a lot of pressure in the second half, getting the ball into Kilmarnock's half, forcing them back in there, getting openings as well, bringing saves out of Gordon Marshall, but you almost lost the first goal. 7 minutes into the second half, that opening for Killie.
There's Jos Valharen's throw, and Chris Innes Heading the ball away from Chris Sutton, but heading it behind, so it's another corner kick. And Celtic with a chance to keep the pressure on. Gus MacPherson's back in action, he's back on the pitch. In it comes from Petrov. Agat didn't get that controlled with his first touch, and he loses it to McLaren with his second. Andy McLaren slipped. Agat still has it. Andy McLaren, very impressive, good stuff. That's what the Kilmarnock fans like about him. Very skilled and a scoring threat going forward, but he's willing to graft when he goes back as well.
Yeah, the wing-backs have switched again for Celtic. Well, it must have been just as a result of maybe one of the set pieces. They found themselves in those positions and just stayed where they were, because I got gone back to right wing-back, better than the left.
Just to confuse you, I think, probably.
Well, I just like to keep the viewers informed of these things.
There's Sutton, chested down for Petrov. Lofted forward for Larsson. There's Gus MacPherson. Good play, good concentration. Unflappable at the back. He's been through a lot since coming to Kilmarnock from Ibrox. McLaren, sure of touch. Alan Thompson. It's for Larsson. Little flick towards Sutton. Dindeleux has it. There's a break for Andy McLaren, but he can't catch the pass. For once, evading his marker. Kilmarnock are going to make a change, I think, and it sounds as if it's going to be Peter Canero coming on as a change for Jamie Fowler, and that's the way we thought that Kilmarnock might have started, Gordon, with Gary Holt out.
Yeah, I thought Peter Canero, who's a bit more first team experience than Jamie Fowler, might have got the start, but Fowler did okay in that first half. I thought he worked hard, he supported things well, just couldn't quite get forward all the time, but he's died out the game a little bit in the second half, and maybe with Canero's pace, I think Kilmarnock need an outlet now. They need to try and turn this around. They need to get themselves forward, need to get into Celtic's half, and the change will be made now.
Canero's still just 19, but very impressive in the early part of the season for Kilmarnock. And it's a fresh pair of legs on. Canero on, Fowler off, and that's a straight swap on the right side of midfield. Boyd for Chris Sutton. Larsson gets the ball under control. Lead off for Agat. Celtic now looking for a good delivery from Didier Agat. Won by MacPherson. And the overhead clearance by Ian Durrant. Boyd to Nelby. Again, working hard, Andy McLaren, making life difficult for the Celtic back three. Here's Hay. That's out. Before Cocard could get there.
I mean, Kilmarnock were in a similar position for most of the game at Ibrox last week. They were penned in their own half, but they were well organised. They had that early goal to hold on to the lead, and then, but when they broke forward 3, 4, 5 players at times, put together some nice passing movements. That just hasn't happened so far this afternoon, but you know, the only thing, encouragement they can take, Rob, is the fact that it's still 0-0 and they're still in this game.
It's a heavy one by Agat and McLaren, advantage being played. Here's Mitchell. Supporting him is Gary Hay. And well cut out by Jackie McNamara. Saw that coming. It's given away. Mitchell. Looks back from McLaren, he's up and about again. Here's Gus MacPherson. It's Cocard. Chipped up and nobody there. Andy McLaren doing his best. Dindeleu's header. And back from here to Marshall. You can sense Kilmarnock trying to step it up and trying to create some chances in front of Jonathan Gould. was Mitchell. Mitchell and MacPherson got in each other's way. It could have been a chance for Kilmarnock. Breakdown in communication between the pair. And now Celtic on the counter. Instant control from Larsson. Stopped by Mahood. Onto it is Peta. Larsson again. Chased by Chris Sutton. Oh, did well to keep that in. Lovely touch from Sutton. In the way, guess who? Freddie Dindeleux. Canero hemmed in. Bohannon to Agat. Inside then outside. Away from Mitchell. Deflected off Ali Mitchell, and here's a chance. And Alan Thompson gives Celtic the lead. Not picked up as he came in at the far post. There was a deflection on the way as the ball came in. And Alan Thompson opens the scoring.
Well, it came at the end of the best spell of football in the game. Rob, both ends, Kilmarnock had very good attacks. But unfortunate deflection across the Killie defence, but there was 3 Celtic players all going for it. Kilmarnock were standing still at the same time. Look at this there, it's deflected. Larsson's missed it there. Thompson has done very well to sneak in at the back post and put that away. But what a good bit of football it was, I say. Both ends, started with Kilmarnock with a fine attack, didn't quite create anything, and then Celtic getting forward at the other end, and the early cross caused Kilmarnock the problem, and Thompson put it away. Probably in terms of the balance of play, no less than Celtic deserve.
Kilmarnock won't want to see that video replayed to them because there were defenders static as the ball was sliding across goal. Alan Thompson certainly wasn't static, and he rattled in his 3rd goal for the club. Celtic hit the front. 16 minutes into the second half. A test now of character as much as anything else for Kilmarnock. Can they respond?
Well, there were little signs that Kilmarnock were beginning to do something in the game, and maybe that was the big problem. But you see, the Gats cross there, an early ball there. It's a good strike in, but the fortunate thing for Celtic's point of view was the way it deflected across goal, took the pace out of the ball, but the Celtic forwards reacted a lot better than Kilmarnock's defence, which was pretty static there. And Thompson doing well just to sneak in at the back post. He's read the situation, he's anticipated what might happen, and he's put it in the net.
And you saw there what that goal meant to Martin O'Neill and John Robertson on the touchline, doing a jig of delight. Thompson for Celtic, 1-0. Petrov, that was off Willie Young. A little stun. McLaren against Mialbi, again losing his footing. Happens so often. Complaining to Willie Young when he was nudged, but it looked to me as if he just couldn't get a grip of the surface. Here comes Mahood, good run. And that's good defending from Peta. Durrant to MacPherson, and there's another player slipping, this time Canero.
Yeah, it's a very greasy surface, but you know, just signs the game stepping up in terms of the pace of the game, and Kilmarnock need to do something there. I mean, the whole side, they need to push forward. Celtic are quite comfortable now with the goal lead, but they can't allow themselves to be dictated to in terms of the pace of the game. They've got to keep doing what they're doing in the early part of it, but the game was just coming to life there at both ends when Celtic got that goal.
Alan Mahood, another player slips. Thompson, the goal scorer. Thumped away by Gus MacPherson. Good for Petrov. Back to him from Sutton. And McNamara. To the feet of Peta. Thompson Spreading play around well. Agat. Thompson. Delicate little touch with the outside of the left foot intended for Sutton. Cocard under pressure. Gets it away to Mahood. Dindeleux, McLaren, and Durrant. Good challenge by Henrik Larsson. Didier Agat. Very strong with the ball at his feet. Difficult to shake off it. Peta cuts in. Henrik Larsson goes round the outside. That's for Peta again. Settled for the corner kick off Gus MacPherson.
The one thing you have to give Celtic credit for is the work rate of the players today. They have certainly put in a real shift, because that's one thing you can always expect from Kilmarnock, and you've got to match Kilmarnock, and I think Celtic have done more than that in terms of closing them down, and also when they win possession, the amount of support and work for the team. Both wing backs, Agat and Peta, have done a lot of running, Rob, into wide areas and holding the ball for them.
Stilian Petrov in, missed by MacPherson. The whistle had gone. You were talking there about the work ethic. Henrik Larsson just a couple of minutes ago was sprinting back into his own half to make a challenge, and that just about sums it up. That's Larsson's philosophy anyway, to be honest, but Martin O'Neill has that feeling running right through the team now. If possession is lost, it's quickly won back like that. Larsson to Sutton. Dindeleux has it. Mitchell. Never looked to have much chance of that of finding its way through.
Jackie McNamara's lying injured in the Kilmarnock half just now, and I don't think the ref spotted it.
Valharan. Cleared by Innes. McNamara back on his feet. Mahood's pass to Durrant. Good first touch. McLaren supplying the width. Chipped up for Cocard. And unchallenged was Jonathan Gould. McNamara looks to have run off that knock. A lot of urgency now about Kilmarnock. Good challenge from Hay. Flicked, hopefully, infield by Agat. There for Kilmarnock was Durrant. Lost his footing again, McLaren. Larsson's lay off. Good challenge, waited his moment. Good Canero. Only 2 minutes left, and Celtic 1 up. If you've just joined us, Alan Thompson with the only goal so far. We spoke about Kilmarnock being static as the ball slid across the goal mouth, but very alert was Alan Thompson. It was a very sharp finish from him. His third goal in his time at Celtic Park. Next live match from the SPL next month is Tynecastle, and that could be a crucial match as well. Hearts against Rangers, Sunday, December the 3rd. Well won by Agat. Blasted over the top, but certainly credit to him for creating the opportunity for himself.
Yeah, a marvellous effort. I mean, a good challenge from him, like a defender's challenge. Just couldn't steady himself and go over the shot enough to put it away in the far corner. What a bargain signing has been for Celtic, no doubt about that. He's got on the side. came basically as a striker and has ended up playing this wing-back position, but doing it really well.
That's well played by Gus MacPherson. And given away by Gordon Marshall. Clearance straight to Stilian Petrov, who's being held back. Advantage played. And now Agat. 6 months ago he was playing for Wraith Rovers. Hard to believe. Turned in a top quality performance in his homeland of France in the first leg against Bordeaux. Here's Peta. Bouncing towards Petrov, but Mitchell got his head to it. Durrant, McLaren, Ian Durrant slipped as he played it. Thompson, very composed again in the midfield. So much of the play flowing through Alan Thompson at the moment. Here he is again. Mjalby for Sutton. Pulled away by Chris Innes.
Seen very little of Cocard in this match. I'm just wondering whether Kilmarnock might make the opportunity, make a change and put Paul Wright on and take Cocard off.
Here's Larsson. He's missed a sitter. It's not often you hear those words in the same sentence, but Larsson had a real chance to tie up the points here.
Well, that's not like him at all. Normally ties up, he knows what he's doing, loads of composure, just thinks he's clipping it over to keep it into the corner. Unusual when we put it wide, but that gives Kilmarnock a chance, because I think if Celtic got another goal in front here, it would have been all over for them.
Bobby Williamson will want his team to seize on that let-off, because that is a let-off, but they're under pressure again here, and Freddie Dindeleux did well. I think Chris Innes was expecting that from Gordon Marshall. Came as a shock as he turned around to see the ball at his feet. Canero. Cocard. MacPherson. McNamara sprinting forward to shut down the space for Ian Durrant. And Paul Wright is stripped and ready for action in the dugout. First break of play, I think we'll see him on. Mitchell did well. Canero. Good burst from Peter Canero. That's what Kilmarnock need. The direct approach, and he's won a corner kick.
Yeah, I'm not sure, it might be even Dargo who's ready to come on. Rob can see across there, but I feel that at the end of the day it might be Cocard who comes off, but good pressure play from Kilmarnock, good run from Canero.
In comes the Andy McLaren corner kick. O'Haran got his head to it. Hooked away by Agat. Gus MacPherson's head. There's Petrov. There's a good challenge by Gary Hay. I think it is Craig Dargo on the far side. Scored in midweek against Hibs in the League Cup, and Jim Clark issuing the instructions to him about exactly what he wants him to do. We reckon it's Cocard off, Dargo on. Mjalby to Sutton, good touch. Dindeleux got there before Larsson. Tom Boyd doing a solid job as ever. And then I think the change can be made, and it's the end of the match for Christophe Cocard, a hero at Ibrox last Saturday. It hasn't really been able to deliver an awful lot for Kilmarnock the way it's gone this afternoon, and a chance for Craig Dargo to show what he can do on the big stage.
He hasn't a lot of service, Cocard, not a lot of support at times, and he was taken off last week at Ibrox as well, I suppose, at this stage of the game, so maybe they feel that he's all his work's done in the first hour, and then he goes off. But I think the game's definitely stepped up in pace. Just before the goal you could see it coming, and since that time it's been a much better football match.
MacPherson's pass, probing at the Celtic defence. knocks that straight out of the ground. I think Kilmarnock will need that ball back. Yep, it's there.
I might get out and look for that one tomorrow morning, Rob.
That could be under your car.
Could be.
Here's the corner kick. Andy McLaren having a long look. Chris Innes and Freddie Dindeleux, fumbled by Gould and knocked away by Sutton. That's a good pass back to McLaren. Here's a chance again for Dindeleux, again blocked. Desperate defending from Celtic, 2 chances in quick succession for Dindeleux. It's still not cleared for Celtic, and now Jonathan Gould grabs it.
Yeah, pretty sloppy defending there, because twice they were all drawn to the ball, and Dindeleux, at both occasions, had a shot at the back post, and Kilmarnock were able to make passes around about the edge of that box with people not really being picked up. So that was must be a bit worried for Marnie. But look at this, right through back in defence, Dindeleux into a left foot volley. I mean, it wasn't going in itself. Good save by Gould, but nobody able to follow up on it. But the next one came straight through to him as well.
And here's the second chance for Dindeleux, this time on his right foot. Again blocked in that busy goalmouth.
I think it hit Dargo actually in front of goal. Rob, it might even been on target, might have gone in the net, but certainly Craig Dargo has hit him and cleared, and Celtic got lucky break.
That's certainly promising for Kilmarnock, and that twice there in quick succession. Dindeleux was unmarked. McLaren's pass aimed at Dargo. Tripped Melby by the looks of it. But the advantage is played.
Yeah, he tripped him. I wouldn't have stood if he'd got on the end of this, because he definitely clipped him. And Willie Young was well aware of it. Just decided to play the advantage because Jonathan Gould had come out and collected the ball. Thompson, and now wide left with Peta. No free kick, says Willie Young. It's immediately given away by Canero. And Peta for Larsson! Must be this time. Take your time, Henrik. And cleared by Gus MacPherson. Well, in the space of a few minutes, Henrik Larsson has spurned 2 terrific chances to tie up the points for Celtic. Well, that's incredible. I mean, he showed great ability, and it was a lovely footwork from him, but certainly he should have put this in the net. Now, that's when he should have played it, really. It took far too long, far too elaborate, and Kilmarnock plenty of players back to block it, and Henrik Larsson already have a mind at the moment. It's going to be a yellow card now, I think, for Bobby Peta. Yeah, he's obviously complaining a bit about the previous foul, but if Celtic don't get the points today, Henrik Larsson, I think, will be blamed certainly for the chances that have gone to begging.
That was exactly the thought, Gordon, that was going through my head. Henrik Larsson will rue those 2 chances if Kilmarnock battle back to get a draw out of this. Unusual to see any sort of chance going a begging when Henrik Larsson's around. Normally so clinical with his finishing. But with these 2 possibly trying a little bit too much instead of doing the simple thing. Here's a Gat. Working hard to win it back. It's a good ball from Tom Boyd. Lands at the feet of Alan Thompson. Dindeleux so calm in the way he defends. Peter McLaren.
Well, it's turned into a good game. It's a good contest at the moment. Kilmarnock have certainly stepped up their work rate and performance from the early part, but it's only because of Henrik Larsson that they're still in this game. If he put those 2 chances away, either one of them tucked them away, I think the game would be well and truly over. But Kilmarnock plenty of encouragement when they're only 1 goal behind.
11 minutes left. Kilmarnock 0, Celtic 1. Long ball from Gus MacPherson. Craig Dargo, lovely touch to get the ball under control. And corner kick off Bobby Peta. Despite Peta's protest, it will be a corner kick. And Kilmarnock will push Innes and Dindeleux up again and hope that there are more chances to come for them. Peta was booked earlier on, just confirmation of that. Here's the corner from McLaren. In goes Innes and Dindeleux. There's a boot up from Alan Mahood against Jos Valhaeren, and the free kick given.
Yeah, good brave defending. Valhaeren was determined to get the ball away here, and although he's holding his head, you probably see from the pictures that he was actually kicked in his body. So yeah, no, there won't be any blood in your head, Hoos, because you get kicked in your chest.
Rub your chest, then we'll believe you. Inside the last 10 minutes now at Rugby Park.
Paul Wright's already come on as well. As it might be Andy McLaren, the other front man. Dargo's come on for Cocard. McLaren, who's had quite a game of his standards. Looks as if he's just coming into the second half. He might be the man to step aside for Paul Wright.
Well, Adam wins it for Peta. Free kick. Taking route one, Bobby Peta, and there's always a chance you're going to get a free kick when you move at pace directly towards the defender. And he gets a free kick for the click on his heels of Alan Mahood before Gus MacPherson arrived. And Celtic for the set piece of Jos Valhaeren up alongside Chris Sutton and Henrik Larsson. Didier Agat is up there as well at the edge of the area. In from Thompson, up goes Valhaeren. Cleared by Canero, only as far as Petrov. Still in, Petrov keeps his feet well. Here's Larsson. Prodded away by Dindeleux, who's hurt. Back to Mjällby. Sutton. And now Thompson. Couldn't get over the shot on the volley. That's for Gordon Marshall. This was comfortably over the top. There's Kilmarnock. Another change, and Andy McLaren is off, and Paul Wright is on. Last throw of the dice really for Bobby Williamson as he tries to salvage something out of this game.
Yeah, they get a bit of pressure running with the Celtic box. Wright, such a good striker of the ball, good finisher, good predator in there. He will looking just to get something if it's bobbing about, and it's the last throw of the dice, you say, Rob. They've got to try and get back in the game, but it's still at 1-0. They've always got a chance.
Julian Petrov is well up to win the header. That's in for Dargo against Boyd. Good defending from Tom Boyd. The old head coming good there. Just stood firm against Craig Dargo. In from MacPherson. Boyd again with a good, brave, powerful header away. Gary Hay off Agat.
Well, at least they're making Celtic defend at the moment, Rob.
And don't forget, there's another SPL match to come. Celtic hoping they're 6 points ahead of Hibs come the time of this match. You can hear it live on Radio Scotland at Dens Park. Dundee against Hibs, and your called opponent is afterwards. Boyd's header finds Thompson. Clever pass from Alan Thompson. Picks out Peta. Valhaeren got that away just in time before the arrival of Mahood. It's a stage of the game at which Celtic want to keep possession and frustrate Kilmarnock. They have the lead. 1-0 and could have been 3-0. But the way it stands, there is still a way back for Kilmarnock.
Doing there, Gus MacPherson. It's not a serious foul, it's a body check. But I think there's been one or two, and I feel it's evening things up for Bobby Peta over there to say that this time he's been fouled, and MacPherson's had one or two fouls on him. Steady defender, very hard to beat. Gus MacPherson always gives good performances, good steady performances.
In from Alan Thompson, and all the way through to Gary Hay. All right, held that up well for Craig Dargo. Still has it, Dargo. Laid off from MacPherson. Ian Durrant. Good challenge by Chris Sutton. Not one to stand on the halfway line when the other side is in possession.
Well, that was a level of how hard Celtic are working hard. Sutton back there making the tackle in midfield, and the person who won the fallout from the tackle was Larson, who was alongside him. So, I mean, they are putting in a good shift just now. Celtic desperate to hold on to 3 points.
It's a Kilmarnock throw. Into the last 5 minutes of the match at Rugby Park. Celtic 1 up. Alan Thompson, the only goal scorer so far. Kilmarnock will want to throw everything at this in the closing stages to try to salvage something and maintain their unbeaten run, which at the moment threatens to come to an end after 12 matches. To Canero, Ali Mitchell, and Alan Mahood. Good pass, Paul Wright. Danger cut out by Valharan. Gaps relieved of possession. Dindeleux to Hay. Launched through the middle. Comfortably dealt with by Valharan. Yalby to Sutton.
Maybe Healy's been called down there by the Celtic bench, just wondering whether he's going to be put on to try and show the thing up at the moment.
Petta in possession. Larson up ahead. It's well won. Celtic keeping the ball, that's all important. Until then, when Bobby Petta gave it away. Mahood back to MacPherson. But even in these closing stages, Celtic working hard and making it difficult for Kilmarnock. Covering across is Yalby. Thompson, he's had a great game. Through for Sutton, Dindeleux was there. That's Petrov. Larson's after it. Innes finds a good header. And there's Gus MacPherson all the way back to Gordon Larson. Long ball from Innes. Aaron won the header. Knocked down by Thompson for Petrov. Gats back to Gould. Kilmarnock have to go chasing. Good touch from Sutton. Time running out for Kilmarnock. A goal now for Celtic would answer any doubts which are left. Celtic's 21st match of the season, and it looks very much as if Helsinki remains the only blot on the landscape in terms of the only defeat Celtic have suffered under Martin O'Neill. McNamara's header. Canero has it. MacPherson played that first time, he was off balance, and the minute he played it, Gus MacPherson knew that was heading out of play at a time when Kilmarnock desperately want to keep the ball in play.
Yeah, as I thought Healy's going to come on, it looks like Petrov going off, and so that's just to keep things shored up. Healy, fresh legs on there in that midfield area, had a good game midweek against Hearts, and he'll go in there and work hard, because Kilmarnock are trying to get things going in that midfield area. Not quite doing it, but as Celtic finished with 3 points here today, despite the last misses, it's an excellent three points to get for them, because it's a game fraught with danger coming to Rugby Park with the way Kilmarnock are playing, but Celtic have handled it very well.
And a good challenge by Dindeleux, the polished Freddie Dindeleux. Good pass as well for Craig Dargo. Off Fowler, wins the throw. Kilmarnock are running out of time, 30 seconds left. Who's the man of the match? Would he be wearing red by any chance, Gordon?
Yeah, I'm going to give it to Gordon Marshall. Marvellous game.
And the header at the other end from Paul Wright drops it over the crossbar. But, well, he had a good save in the first half, didn't he, from Chris Sutton's downward header, but the two at the start of the second half were superb.
Yeah, excellent saves. No chance for the goal. I mean, that's the only thing. He was left stranded there. Didn't have an athlete with it going into the back post, but apart from that, I might even give him credit for putting Larsson off for one of his misses as well. But I've got to say that I think overall there's been some good performances all round, but I think Gordon Marshall definitely just pipped I think Alan Thompson for the man.
Yeah, Alan Thompson was very impressive for Celtic, apart from his goal. Lots of work rate from Thompson, and his use of the ball superb as well. Marshall launches it downfield, played first time by Paul Wright for Craig Dargo. Valharan taking the safety first option, and now to Gats. We've played 30 seconds of added time. It's Chris Sutton. He'll just try and keep it at this stage. Off Alan Mahood, Celtic's throw. Let's keep what we've got, says Martin O'Neill. 1-0 will do for me. Dindeleux to Dargo. Canero for Ian Durrant. Off the hand of Agatz. Advantage played by Willie Young. Dargo. And turned out to play by Tom Boyd. Frustrated face of Bobby Williamson. Left it forward by Hay. Dargo. In McLaren. Colin Healy's up ahead of him. Heavy challenge by Chris Innes. A Celtic free kick.
Well, it's good experience there from Larsson. He knew exactly what he was doing. He just waited for the chance to come in. He waited for Innes to commit himself in, just touched it on, took the field, run to the tackle. But it was a foul, but Larsson was just wasting time for Celtic. Experience tells him that just want to kill time in this game.
We've played 2 minutes of stoppage time. In from Thompson. And Willie Young having a look at his watch. There's the full-time whistle. Alan Thompson's goal is the match winner, and Celtic maintain their unbeaten domestic record. Now 6 points clear at the top of the SPL, with Hibs to play Dundee at Dens Park later on, and Martin O'Neill will be absolutely delighted with another thoroughly professional show from his team. But for some very uncharacteristic Henrik Larsson finishing, I think, Gordon, the difference between the two teams would have been a little bit more marked.
Absolutely. To win leagues, you have to grind out results, and people say Celtic have been doing that. But today was more than just grind. Today, also, if you take into account the goal, but the chances Larsson missed, and the fine saves from Gordon Marshall, all round Celtic thoroughly deserved to win.
But let's hear from the man of the match, and unlucky to be on the losing side, Gordon Marshall with Chick.
Gordon, did you feel Kilmarnock were unlucky to lose that game?
I thought we played very well. We've been doing well the last few weeks, and I don't think we disgraced ourselves today. I thought maybe we didn't play as well football-wise, but we showed a lot of determination and a wee bit unfortunate.
I guess there's more pressure on the more you keep winning, because the expectancy level rises all the time.
Yeah, of course, but I think we'd rather be in that position than getting beat or drawn. You know, it's been enjoyable. It's now come to an end. We need to pick ourselves up and go again.
You must be delighted with your own form.
I'm in the losing side today. Fair enough, a couple of saves, but I'm in the losing side. Very disappointed at the goal we lost. A couple of deflections, and it ends up. I don't know who it was that scored actually at the far post, but you know, he gets a free chance. We lose the game, and disappointed.
There's a point of information that was Alan Thompson, but it wouldn't concern you too much. In the Commander dressing room there, do you feel that you are capable of matching the old firm over the distance?
Why not? I think we've played very well against them this year. Fair enough, Celtic have beat us twice, but I think we've been improving. We're certainly a huge improvement in last year, and I think that's the biggest thing for us. You know, we've got to give ourselves a pat on the back for the amount of work we've done so far. And as I say, we'll kick on and go again.
More to come from this Kilmarnock team?
Definitely. I'm sure they'll all be happening there, and I'm sure we'll be looking forward to this Saturday.
Well, some consolation for you. You've been named, Gordon, Bank of Scotland SPL Man of the Match. Well done, son.
Thanks very much.
Cheers.
Okay, good stuff. All right, cheers.